Welcome everybody to the weekend edition of the Quick Hit Review video. Contrary to the wording of Quick Hit Review, this one's going to be a little bit longer than usual. There is an awful lot on my radar this week. In actual fact, I have 11 potentials to look at during this week. I think one or two of them are actually at market. Trading over the past few weeks has been pretty good. We've had a lot of breakout patterns. That's my favorite type of trading. Last week actually was kind of mediocre until Friday, when I had 3 winners in the late afternoon. But I'm also in quite a large position where I've been able to scale in on the pound yen short. I've managed to catch the whole move. But I do want to talk about these 11 potentials. Just as a reminder to everybody, I will be releasing more details, but shortly 100 people will have access to the system and all the content absolutely free. That's all the advanced patterns, how to do trend continuation, how to do breakout patterns, head and shoulders, the extra edge, which is a way to use trend continuation and breakout patterns and scale into positions very, very profitable, at least the way I trade it. If that is of interest to you, then please be subscribed and at least go and register on the website freeforexeducation.co.uk. I am trying to get the website upgraded and reworded. It's going to take a little bit longer than anticipated, but let's jump straight into the charts. We're going to start off with the Aussie dollar CAD first of all. Now I've already gone through my analysis here, so I know what I'm looking at. So right now I'm going to delete this information off. On the dailies, I'm going to put in 2 structure levels, one at the closes of the candles and one at the structure highs. And what you should be noticing is we are having some double top action right here. Right here, there's a space between them. We've got a double top. We've got the RSI confirmation. And if we look left for structure, then you can see between these levels we have structure, 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 lovely wick there at that structure level, structure, structure. So certainly an area here where we could see a reaction lower. I would anticipate a move as a minimum down to this level if we were able to break to the downside. So let's drop down the time frames down to the 240. What are we noticing? Well, it looks like a bunch of consolidation right now. However, I'm going to put a structure level on at the lowest point just here. What you should notice is this level right here. It may not look like a great deal, but based on my rules, this is a confirmed break below, close below. So this is an indication that we could be coming lower, and it just adds to the confluence of the daily double top. Now, what else do we have? Well, I'm going to jiggle these around a bit. I'm going to move this one to the close of the candles and leave that one on the wicks. And as we zoom in, look at what we've got, guys. We've got another double top. So this is how it looks. A big rally up, pull back, move higher, double top. The double top was confirmed because we violated the V point, and now we're pulling back for a 26.18 trade. On top of that, this is a valid channel for me. Okay, this is a valid channel, and we have broken out the channel with this candle. But let's continue to drop down the time frames and look for any additional confluence. Now, I don't like this, the 3-bar reversal, but please remember 3-bar reversals for me only mean something when they're at structure. Okay, you can have a 3-bar reversal that happens in the middle of nowhere and the market will just go zoom. It'll just go the opposite way. It's only valid when it's at structure based on my rules. Okay, let's drop down to the 15. Anything here on the 15? What I would say is that we had this area here where we were holding the channel on the higher time frame, and we have actually broken out of that now. So there is the chance here of seeing a nice retracement on the pound CAD. In fact, if it's valid for you, stops would only be here, 50 pips. Targets would be down here at this psychological number as a minimum 9,200. So you're looking at almost a 4-to-1 there if it's valid for you. We're going to move on to the Aussie dollar, and I'm going to try and be as quick as I can because there is 11 to get through. 11, don't believe it. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got a Gartley at previous structure, and I will run through more detail, guys. I just need to refresh my memory as to what I was looking at. Okay, so starting on the daily time frame. Structure level in, as always, the close of the candles and the wicks. As you can see, we have come into a key level of structure. Why is it key? It's only one test, Chris. Well, look at the reaction. Test and boom, look at the reaction. We saw from this structure level let me clarify it, a 1500 pip move. It is highly likely, and we've already seen some reaction already, that we're going to see a reaction here. Now, we could first of all come up for a double top and see a move lower. In the meantime, let's drop down the time frames. Okay. Just remove this for a second. What I'm liking about this is, first of all, we've had a double top up here. Okay, this double top has been confirmed because we had a confirmed break below, close below. Did we come down into any previous structure? Well, I'm going to put a structure level on at the lows just here. And did we come into any major level of structure? No, we came into this very minor level here. So for me, there is still room for the market to come lower. However, bit of a no-no here is if I move this up, we also have a double bottom at this side. Now this is where it gets interesting. Let me just move this up so that it's correct. When we start seeing double tops and double bottoms and head and shoulders, for me this is a classic sign that we're going to start consolidating, and consolidation is sideways movement. Okay, so we could be entering here, guys, a channel. And if that is the case, within channels, we see double tops, double bottoms, head and shoulders, and advanced patterns. They are bats, ciphers, Gartleys. And here is a classic X2A, A to B, B to C, CD completion will be up here, which, based on the dailies, would be a double top. And you have here a Gartley pattern for your entry. So this will be a very nice Gartley if we get up to the top there that I'll be paying attention to. Let's move on to the Aussie dollar Swiss. Quite a few Aussie dollar trades, as you may have noticed. Okay, this was the breakout and the potential coil. Okay, so again, dailies. Structure level on at the close of the candles and at the wicks. Have we come into any structure looking left? A bit too far there. This here is absolutely key to me. Look at the rejection. Didn't quite get there on that level. A couple of small internal levels here, but nothing to write home about, if I'm honest. Let's drop down then to the 240. 240, not the 140. Okay, we had this lovely triple test up here. And what that meant was that we had a move higher, pull back, triple test, move lower, right shoulder, and boom. Okay, we do have this. Okay. And this is valid, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is valid for a breakout pattern. Now, lots and lots of rules for this flag pattern. What I would say is the deeper the retracement, as we have done here, the less likely we are to get an extension. So as a minimum, or even just targets, I would only be looking at this stage at this level. Okay, so just to clarify, think of it as trend. Those of you that know trend, big extensions, small pullbacks, big extensions, okay? When we start seeing this though, extension, deep pullback, it's unlikely we're going to see a big extension. We're probably only going to retest the lows. This is what's exactly happened with this flag. We've had a deep extension, so it's unlikely we're going to see a deep extension down here. Sorry, a deep retracement, so it's unlikely we're going to see a deep retracement. But I am expecting price to come down to this level. What else do we have? I know we had something else, so let me just clear this up. Excuse the rain, guys. I'm actually working from the summer house. I've got family here, and so I needed some peace and quiet, but you can hear the rain. It's absolutely lashing it down. What I really liked was this. So, trend line right here. Trend line right here. So we are coiling, okay guys? Test, 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 test. We're coiling. Now, which way will we break out? Because this consolidation is not a triangle or a wedge, but it is a channel that is coiling. And this has, for me, a 50-50 chance of going one way or the other. However, we know based on the flag pattern and the higher time frame that for me there is room to come lower, so I would only be looking short here. So if the market was to come 1, 2 for a third test up here, guys, I'm going to be selling the market, playing for a test at least down to this level. I then may hold a second position and trail it and see where we get to. I'm going to drop down the time frames though. I want to be thorough in my analysis. And those of you that have done the educational material, there's an awful lot of you now. Within channels, we do tend to see head and shoulders, double tops and double bottoms. Okay, guys? So what do we see here? I know that it's just out of the channel, but again, we just dropped down the time frame. Double bottom right here, head and shoulders. So do not be surprised if we come up to here. I am going to be shorting the market on the Aussie dollar Swiss. I'm going to give that one a tick because it's one of my favorites. Let's crack on to the CAD Swiss. Go out to the dailies. Okay, this is on the dailies, guys. We have a big breakout pattern, and for me, we have broken out. Look at this, guys, a breakout of this channel. Look at the directional move. You want to be conservative? If you want to be conservative, play for a retest of the lows here. Now, if you don't trade off the dailies, it does not matter. The great thing with these breakout patterns is they usually break out with force, and with force comes directional movement. And with directional movement comes small pullbacks and big extensions, small pullbacks, big extensions. And guess what we have, guys? We have trend continuation. Okay, and for me, this is high probability trend continuation because we're trading the breakout of a profitable flag pattern with trend continuation. And if I drop down the time frames, I'm going to show you something beautiful here. Structure level in. No, I can't show you there actually, but I'll just keep dropping down the time frames and show you this. Look at this, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Move lower, pull back. Then move lower, pull back. Move lower, pull back. And we are moving lower. We are already in trend, but wait, there is more. I've highlighted the wicks just here. You can see we've come into the wicks. I'm allowed to drop one time frame lower to the 15. Boom, guys, triple top. Awesome to short. Also had the RSI confirmation. Now, I wasn't involved in this. CAD Swiss I don't usually check, but I would have been all over this. But does that mean I rub my hands of it and say, trade is over? Hell no. Hell no. I'm going to be waiting for a pullback for a 26.18 A short, I'm going to take first targets at a retest of the lows, and I'm going to be holding second targets for a retest of that daily low. Okay, so CAD Swiss is going to be given a big tick as well as a very nice trading opportunity indeed. Oh, voice is going already. Swiss yen, guys. We're not even halfway through yet. Swiss yen. Hope you guys aren't getting bored, because I am not. I'm really looking forward to this week of trading. Here on the dailies, we have a form of breakout pattern here, consolidation. You can see we've broken out. Pay attention to this though, this wick. Technically, we've broken out the channel, but we've not made a new high because of that wick. So be a little bit cautious of that. Dropping down to the 240. Beautiful double bottom here before we saw the breakout, and then back down into trendline structure we saw the breakout, and then back down for a 26.18. So we haven't reached the highs here, but I would assume we're going to reach them very soon. And watch out for the trend and look for a retest of the highs here. Very nice if we get it on the Swissy yen. Euro yen, I've got that ticked, so this was another favourite of mine. I get the feeling, guys, this was a flag pattern, and I missed this because I was doing a lot of day trading on Friday. I was adding to positions on the pound yen. It was a very big trade for me, which is hit half of my targets, and I'm really close to the second lot. I really didn't want to hold them over the weekend, but I had to. Euro yen on the dailies. What's going on? Okay, very big rally, move lower, pull back, move lower. We have not come into this structure level, this one or this one, so there is definitely room for the market to come lower if it wants to. Now let's go down to the 240. Now here on the 240 we have a different story, and I'm going to delete this information off. So let's draw out the trend. Move lower, pull back, move lower, pull back, move lower, pull back, move lower, pull back, move lower. Lovely trend, and then look at what we did with a very directional rally. We have violated structure, so potential rotation in trend. That means we could come up to, I'm going to confuse a few of you now. Let's have a look. Trend line structure. Or horizontal structure. Okay, either way we could come up to test those. Now look at this directional rally. If we draw out the trend line based on the closes of the candles and move that down, we have one, two, sugar. Let's try that again. I'm not in this, guys. I was kicking myself when I did my review earlier. I just spent all my time on the pound yen. Did very well on that, banked at quite a few percent. So look at this beautiful pin bar followed by a big higher high, higher close. It's actually broken out the channel, but just bear in mind that we haven't violated the channel. Yeah, here it is broken out the channel, but we haven't violated structure, because if we move it up, the wicks are up here. But nevertheless, this for me is the turning point. Okay, guys, what does that mean? It means if you was to enter a market, and I will definitely be playing for the extension, because we violated trend, and we have not hit either the trend line or the horizontal structure. So if you look at the horizontal structure, the 127 is up there. You've got a 2-to-1 risk to reward right there. Very nice. Now what you can also do is, we've obviously pulled back to the trend line here. You can drop down the time frames. We sometimes get double bottoms that occur. You can see here that we're down testing it. Let's go down to the 15. Yeah, no double bottom there. Sometimes we do get it, sometimes we don't. But a very nice opportunity, but it is only valid on the 240. I will be entering that soon as the market opens, as long as we don't have any big gaps. Actually, I just hope we gap down here. Gap down to this 120 flat. I'll be all over this. Oh my God, we're still going euro pound. Euro pound, I have been wanting to buy this up for so long. I can't remember what this was, but anyway. Euro pound, right down here, we had this beautiful head and shoulders like this. Double bottom, then the break above. Okay, pull back. We were doing this, and now, boom, right here. Higher, good grief, do that. Higher high, higher close candle. There is significant room for the euro pound to go higher, which is great for me because I've got a lot of euros I want to bring over. And it's great for the conversion rate. That aside, this is a trade I'm in and I'm waiting for targets. Lovely, lovely high and tight flag just here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I'm honest, guys, I didn't see it until I saw this 3-bar reversal, and that was my entry. Now, the key thing here is targets have not been hit. Okay, we have fell short of that 127, and I'm secretly hoping we're going to pull back, guys, because on these breakout patterns, it gives me the opportunity to add to my position. And it turns maybe a 1-to-1 or a 1 to a 1.5 reward to risk sometimes into a 3 or 4-to-1, and it really makes a difference to the balance of the account. And guess what, guys? Look at this for a structure level. If we pull back to this zone, I'll be dropping down to the 60. I'll be dropping down to the 15. I will be looking for aggressive entries within this zone. Double bottoms, head and shoulders, even maybe a higher close, maybe an advanced pattern looking something like this, guys. Yeah, anything like that, I will be aggressive with it, because if it comes off, it'll be a 5 or 6-to-1. And I tell you, they do come off, guys, so please pay attention to that. On one side, I want it to hit my targets now. On the other side, I want to see a retracement so I can add to that position. The euro pound also has a tick for one that I really, really would like to see come lower before targets get hit. Pound CAD, we've got 4 more to go, guys. Hope you have not fallen asleep. I know my voice can be a little bit monotone sometimes. Loving the pound CAD. Had a beauty of a winner on this last week. Beautiful break to the downside. Here, pull back, down, move higher, move lower. I am expecting price to come down to this level. There is no trend here though on the dailies, bear that in mind. We violated structure. 240. This is what I'm loving. So let me get rid of that. Okay, right up here, guys, big double top. Okay, down to this level. Yes, so right down to here, we violated structure. Pull back, move lower. Now, this for me is not an outside return. This was just sideways movement. Okay, this was I managed to short that area. But what we've done is, if I go ahead and just highlight the wicks of what I believe is the outside return here, we have double topped. Okay, guys? And not only that, if I put a structure level in just here, that candle is a confirmed break below, close below, meaning we could now see a pullback for a 2618. You would roughly have this much risk, this much reward. In fact, I'd probably be playing down here for first targets. because I'm expecting the market to come a lot lower. So very nice opportunity there. And of course, this is a pound pair. So big ATR. For me personally, what does that mean? Well, it means that I can drop down the time frames and I can look at reducing down my stop loss. So for instance, let's just take a quick gander at this. Instead of just selling the 61.8 fib, and guys, what I will just say right now, if you don't know what some of this terminology is, join in the chat. The chat is absolutely free. Registration is absolutely free. The training and the educational material is on there, and it tells you what these are. This 61.8 fib comes right into this lovely level of internal structure, guys. If we get a head and shoulders, a double top, you can be aggressive and reduce down your risk. Okay, if you get a double top, you put a small position size in. If that double top gets confirmed, I will add to the position. If it becomes a 2618, I will add to the position again. If we violate structure again and enter trend, I will add to the position again. Okay, and I will cover my position and reduce the risk all the way down to targets. And I tell you guys, you don't need many of these to come off, and you can bank 4-5% profit while technically never risking more than, say, 1% at any one time. Okay, it depends what type of trader you are though. Or of course you can just add one position and just hold it. Whatever trader you are, this type of setup is the setup for me, where I will add to multiple positions. Pound CAD gets another tick. Pound Swissy. Pound Swissy. Okay, I had another breakout pattern on this, which won last week. So structure leveling at the close of the candles on the dailies, one at the wicks. Guess where we are? We are at structure. We did not violate structure, okay guys? And in fact, structure level on at the lows. Look at what we've done. A confirm break below, close below. Guys, I am expecting a big move to the downside here. Okay, a big move. Let's drop down to the 240. So we had, just to draw this out, beautiful head and shoulders here. Those of you that were in this with me, congratulations. The flag played out beautifully. Remember guys, when we see one breakout pattern, we sometimes see multiple. Okay, now there wasn't another flag here, but what we did do is we came into the previous outside return, we held that structure level, and boom, we've broken to the downside, guys. Okay, so look at what we've done. Long extensions, small pullback, long extensions, small pullback, looking for long extensions. Let's continue dropping down the time frames. Let's go to the 60. And I'm absolutely loving this just here. Straight down, sideways movement, guys. Low and tight potential flag. Now it isn't valid just yet. It doesn't quite meet the rules, but those of you that don't know the rules, register and check out the educational material. 1, 2, I'm waiting for 3, and I'm waiting for 4. And I'm going to be shorting this market, and there's going to be an awful lot of pips because it's the pound Swissy. Okay, if I get a decent entry on this trade, I'll be looking at something like this and a reward of that. Moving on, New Zealand yen, last two currency pairs now, guys. Okay, I'm just going to put a structure level on at the highs just here, this triple. 1, 2, 3, and you've got this area here which was 4. Look at what we did. We held structure. Is there room for the market to come lower? Well guys, this is the level I'm going to be looking at. There is lots and lots of room for the market to come lower, guys. Hundreds and hundreds of pips. Well, only 292. Some big moves, I believe, are going to be happening in the market. Now, I'm looking at this as being a potential breakout pattern. Why? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do need to wait for another test up here. Now, here's the thing. I'm looking at this being a wedge pattern. However, look at what we've done here. Now, this was where the market gapped open lower and then rallied straight back up. Now, I can, based on my rules, because this was a gap in the correct direction, which is down, bearish, which is where I'm looking, this to me is actually confirmation that we could be going lower. We actually violated the lows here with it, okay? So up here, guys, and here, and here, and here, where I'm going to be looking at shorting the market, whenever we enter any type of channel, we see rotation patterns. I cannot say this enough. On this one, don't know if you guys can make it out here. Move higher, pull back, move higher, pull back. Yeah, head and shoulders. Made it all the way to the side of the channel. Right here, guys. Double top. Right here, guys. Triple bottom. Okay. And, you know, if we was to get a head and shoulders or a double top, let's just say we get this double top. Okay. The risk on this trade right here is this much. Okay, guys. That's the risk. This is how profitable these patterns are if you know how to trade them and if you know what to look for and if you're there by your charts getting your entry. I tell you now, guys, this is not uncommon. Okay, that is very doable, and I will add to the position if we violate this level of structure. This is a breakout pattern. We tend to enter trend on the lower time frames. I will be adding to the position, guys. This can be a very profitable pattern indeed. New Zealand CAD, guys. Thank God we're on for the last one. Right. New Zealand CAD. Okay. We have a double top on the dailies. Let's look left for structure. We have a major level of structure where we saw a reaction of 800 pips, okay? We could see this to be a double top, and I would expect price to come down to the structure level as a minimum, okay? Down to the 240. What do I love about this? What do I love about it? What don't I love about it? First of all, head and shoulders with a double top. So right now, guys, you have an at market 26.18. On top of that, let's drop down to the 60. What else do we have, guys? There is more. I'm sure there is more. Where was it? I think it was on the 15. I think it was on the 15. Yes, there we go. Look at this, guys. Look at this. A double top, first of all. Confirm break below, close below. You could have sold this for a 26.18. It actually ended up being a triple top. And guess what, guys? We are now pulling back. If we get back up to a 61.8 fib here, I am going to aggressively sell it. 61.8 fib. Stops, where do they go? Well, they always go above the double top, but we have a triple top, meaning it's extra safe. Oh my God, we've already hit the 61.8 fib. Look at that. Okay, this could be an at market sell. Let's just say it's here. That would be your risk. Go down to the 240. Let me just make this wider, guys. Yeah, just let me go back down to the 60. I've just made a complete mess of that. Let me do that again. Roughly there. Let's go back down to the 240. Looking for two targets, guys. Head and shoulders, first of all, I'll be looking for the completion just here at this structure level. And I will be holding for second targets all the way down there, guys. Okay, I really hope you've enjoyed this YouTube video. I'm really looking forward to everybody being in the chat. Obviously, there are different traders in there. Not everybody trades my style. There is no right or wrong way to trade. Everybody trades differently, but these are the trades I have on the radar. Please, if you're not in the chat, come and join us. Okay, come and join us in there. We post regularly trade ideas. We talk about setups. We help each other out. If you haven't registered, go ahead and register. It's absolutely free. Be part of the community. I do live webinars, but I'm moving house and a lot's been going on lately. I've just renovated a house. I've just purchased another one. I've got another purchase going through next week. So I'm quite busy with that. But with everything that's setting up this week, I'm going to be by the charts looking for my entry on these trades. There's an awful lot of decent ones setting up. So do me a favor, guys, as well. Would you give it a like, but more importantly, give it a share. If you're on Telegram and you're part of a community, share it in there. If you're just part of a small group or a bigger community, go ahead and share it, guys. More people we have on the chat, the better it is. Apart from that, safe trading. I hope to see you within the chat. freeforexeducation.co.uk.